Hey, here we go. Have a seat. Welcome to my podcast. This is the Mental Alchemist, Jermaine Ivory. You already know. And let's just get straight into it. First, let's go into the definition of what alchemy is. So, basically, alchemy is transformation. When you're first talking about alchemy, the first thing that you think of is the converting base metals into gold. It's the fantasy mythological perception. But then I'm not here to talk about that type of alchemy. I'm here to talk about the mental alchemy, the spiritual alchemy, the transformation of your body into rising to the best, and your mind to the best possible development of human achievement. That's what I'm talking about when I say mental alchemy, because I don't have to explain what mental is, right? When I'm talking about mental alchemy, I'm essentially talking about transforming both your body and your mind and rising it to the best possible, the peak performance, the best that it can be. So when I'm thinking about the idea, transforming that esoteric idea of what a ideal human is to you, and taking that idea and making it a reality, a physical reality for you. That's what I talk about. That is my goal when it comes down to this podcast. I'm not looking at it no other way. If you took it any other way, if you thought I made up the words, I'm sorry to say this, but no, I didn't make up none of the words. Alchemy is an actual word, and so is mental, in case you didn't know it. It's development. Anyways, how did I come up with the name Mental Alchemist? Right? So, I love to talk about mentality and things of that nature, right? So that's no question on why I chose mental, because I like to talk about mentality, and I like to talk about ideas and perception and, concepts. So that was a given. And I always like to talk about bettering yourself or transforming. And I thought, well, what could possibly encapsulate that? What could I use that? Mental alchemist. So it was kind of a no-brainer. It was kind of given to it. Pretty much, it was just given to me. Like, this is what I do. This is what I'm always doing. I've done this my entire life. We'll sit down, we'll be having conversation, and I talk about transformation. And by the time we through with the conversation, it don't matter where I'm at. That is how the conversation is gonna go. Unless I'm trying to be as shallow as I can, which is rare for me to be in that type of form, to want to be shallow. So, yeah. Okay, so the show is called the Mental Development Fitness Show, MDFS, by Mental Alchemist, right? The Mental Alchemist, right? At first it was going to be Jermainisms, because there was this lady that I knew that she was like, you always have some type of ism. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no, this is just something I never hear this come from anybody else but you. So it is a Jermainism. She coined that, and I was like, yo, I gotta go with that. Now, was it probably a stab at me? Probably. But it was so on point, because, Jermaine, the word itself, it's my name, but also the word itself actually means the most important part. So, and when I'm having conversations, I like to get to the most important part. I like to get to the meat of the conversation. Hey, let's get into this, because we adults. When I'm talking to kids, children, I tend to have the same. I teach a little bit more, and I'm a little bit I feed them milk instead of meat. But if I'm talking to an adult, bro, come on, you gotta tighten up. Like, we didn't come into this. We didn't come here for you to. You're not on this earth just to be on this earth. Maybe so, but you're supposed to be learning. There's a lesson you're supposed to be learning. And if I've come into your path, I know that if I came into your path, there's a reason for it. I don't believe in coincidences like that. I don't. I believe that people are orchestrated, not even orchestrated, but when you need something or somebody, from my experience, every time that there was a lesson that I needed to learn, or there was somebody came into my life, or a situation happened to where I was Like, it was necessary for me to meet that person or engage with that person. So I don't take that lightly. Like, if you're just engaged into this podcast alone, just think about it. You ran across this podcast for a reason. It wasn't just some random coincidence. Coincidences I don't believe in. I don't believe that if you want to say God, however you choose to word the substance or the creator or the most high, the one that orchestrate, like the consciousness, like the conscious matter that helps orchestrate things, that allows things to happen the way that they do. It's conscious and it's extremely intelligent. No matter how we look at it, whatever helped create the universe, it plays a part in everybody's life, and it's always listening. But anyways, aside from that, I feel like if that was there, that allowed for us to develop as human beings. That's how I feel. Now, whether that's the case, me living my life that way, me having that thought process, and okay, well, if I run into you, there's something that I need to see or learn that's gonna better both me and you. Maybe you might not catch the lesson, but it's up to me to catch that lesson. So I'm gonna do what I can to distill from every moment, every interaction, the lesson that I could be learning. Or like in the store, I store it away and go throughout my day, and then all of a sudden, boom, like a eureka moment. Oh yeah, okay, well, damn, that's what he meant by that, or that's what she meant. Oh, I needed to see that so that I can understand this. Or it connects, things happen. So I don't believe that I just walk into people's lives, and I don't believe people just walk into other people's lives for no reason at all. That's just my perception. Can't speak for everybody else, but that's mine. And that's the show. Thank y'all for joining in and making it all the way to the end. If you want to support, you can go to my Facebook and support. On my Facebook is Mental Alchemist. You probably came from my Facebook anyways. Or if you came from Jermaine Ivory or my other page, Jermaine Ivory, you can find a way to support. Like, share, comment, pass this podcast along, let people know that I'm doing it. Whatever. Or do none of that and just watch or listen. Either way, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you got a chance to learn something from this like I always do, because I'm going to learn something from it anyways. Peace.